Oh yeah. Okay. Om. Namaste, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me. Please give me a sign if you can't hear me. There is some background sound at the moment. We have someone cutting the rice fields, but they're gonna finish any minute. So we'll just have to bear with it for a moment. So my name is Janaki, and I feel so honored and grateful to be a part of the Be Woman project. I just actually finished the Be Woman Durga Kali retreat with Sharada a few days ago, and it was such a beautiful and deep and strong journey, and I really loved to share yoga with everyone, to share the womb yoga. I have even 2 of the Devis that joined the retreat here with me, and then I have 2 other friends with me here, so they'll kind of be practicing together with us. So what I thought I would do is that I'll just share a little bit about my journey and how I came to share the kind of yoga that I'm sharing nowadays, and then I'll share some of my way of practicing and of connecting to the womb, and also we'll end with a yoga nidra. Can you see what they are saying? Just to check that they can see properly or hear me properly. Yeah? Okay, perfect. So yeah, I've been practicing yoga for almost 10 years now, and it's been quite a journey from the typical, like the traditional yoga and quite physical yoga, and more about like achieving asanas and in different ways, and then kind of discovering that gradually my body was changing a lot, and I just really needed something different. And a part of that journey has been to also discover my nervous system, and figuring out that I have a pretty hypersensitive nervous system. So I react very easily to stress and to outside stimulation. So that has been quite a challenge to me, and I'm still healing that. And one way for me to work with that is through yoga practice. So I feel very connected and very inspired to share yoga for stress as well, since it's a part of my journey. And then also I have seen how much wounding I have in my womb, in my yoni, as we say in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, the word yoni means your womb, your female genitals. So it's including all the female genitals together with the womb. So I've seen that there's a lot of tension there, and also where I can quite often hold my memories and tension and pain. And also I've been experiencing quite a lot of menstrual pain. So also learning how to connect the yoga according to where I am in my menstrual cycle. So for instance, just before to get my menstruation, to not do like a very strong practice, but to really shift according to my cycle has been really healing, together with the womb yoga. And I find it so beautiful to be able to to connect yoga with the healing of my womb, the healing of my feminine. So I really love to share this, and I'm so inspired by this kind of practice, and I'm really grateful that I have the possibility to share, and especially to be a part of the Be Woman Yoga. So when we're talking about the womb, so we are using words like yoni, so which I said is it's the Sanskrit word for the womb, for the female genitals. And then we also have another word that you probably heard the word Shakti. So we can say Prana Shakti. So Shakti, we can see it as the feminine energy. So it's the feminine energy that creates. It's the feminine energy in nature. It's I would say it's all that you connect to the feminine energy and to creativity, to love, to care, it's all the nourishing elements in you and around you. So we say that Shakti, and then we say the prana, so the life force, Prana Shakti, is situated in the womb. So we can kind of say that the heart of the sacred feminine is situated in the womb. And unfortunately, in today's yoga, we don't have so much practice of connecting to the womb. And there is also not so much practice that really honors the female body. So all the traditions, all the yoga traditions is based on a masculine practice in a way, because it's been developed by men, and in my eyes it's also often practiced in quite a masculine way. So I really feel that there's so much value in structuring it in a way that can really honor the womb and honor the feminine energy that changes so much. So the practices that I'll share now is very kind to the body. So you can most likely do it in all part of your cycle. Of course, it depends. Maybe you have a lot of pain during menstruation and you don't feel like doing anything. But for me, these kind of practices, they work really well also while I am bleeding. So for my body, the two first days of bleeding, I don't really do very much of yoga. I just rest, because I find when I do rest, I don't feel so much pain. And then the third, fourth day, I can do some gentle movements. So I'll start to share a little bit of my the tools that has helped me in my practice. And so just find a comfortable seat. I feel okay by crossing my knees. I have a pillow under my seat. We'll just do a little meditation before to start. And yeah, I hope you can hear me well. It's okay, good, okay. So let's start by just gently closing your eyes. And feel that the spine is elongated, the shoulders are relaxed. Eyes gently closed. Letting the Muscles of your face soften. Coming to your breath. Simply noticing the breathing. Even if you feel some tension in the breath now, just see if it's possible to welcome it. Just really being with the breath. You may place one hand by your womb, one hand by the heart. And feeling that as you're placing your hands on your heart and womb, you can feel the healing energy that you have in your hands. You might already notice that the breath is calming down. And you can feel a deeper connection inside. Breathing deeply into your heart, deeply into your womb. There is this connection that we call the Hridaya Yoni Nadi, meaning the energetic river between the heart having the energy of love, and the womb having the energy of creation. Creating a child or creating a project in your life. And just seeing or feeling that there is a connection between the heart and your womb. Where love and creativity meets. The beautiful gifts of being a woman, who holds so much nourishment, love, and care. Softly relaxing your arms down. You may keep your eyes closed if it feels comfortable for you. And just letting your arms softly raise up above your head. as you inhale. And then on the exhale, softly lowering down. And then on the inhale, letting them raise up. And then on the exhale, relax down. And this very simple and gentle gesture, combining slow movements with breath. So you let the breathing lead your arms up as you inhale. And then as you exhale, you lower down. The exhale leads your arms down. This kind of gesture can really help the nervous system calm down. So if you feel that you're in the fight and flight mode, this is a way of telling your nervous system that it's safe, that it's time to shift into rest and digest. Just gently letting your arms relax down. Close your eyes for a moment. And feel the effects of slowing down the movement together with the breath. Softly open your eyes one more time. And this time, raise your arms up. Just take your time, really allowing yourself to take time. And then reaching your arms, your fingertips up, and then taking the shape of a lotus flower. It's almost like a lotus mudra with your hands. And then you lead the lotus all the way down to your heart, as if you're giving yourself that prana to the heart. And then turning your palms downwards, and we place the hands into what we call the yoni mudra, which is kind of like a downward pointing triangle. And then you lead your hands down to the womb. Place your hands caressing your womb. We do it one more time. On the inhale, letting the arms reach up. So it's like you're gathering prana, life energy, into the lotus flower, bringing it down to your heart. And then pointing your palms down into yoni mudra. Exhale. So we're connecting again to the river between the heart and the womb. One more time, stretch up. Taking the shape of the lotus. Exhale, lower down. Letting the movements be soft and slow. Stay with the womb for a while. Just close your eyes if it feels comfortable. So you're inviting in that healing energy and connection to your womb. Letting your attention rest in your womb. Feeling how the breath can move down to your womb. So we are gently and very lovingly inviting the womb to awaken. To awaken its energies. Resting your arms down. You can open your eyes. So we can remain seated, and then uncrossing your legs, and place your feet just in front of you. You can choose if you want to sit on a pillow or if you want to take the pillow away. And then just placing your hands around the knees. And on the inhale, you open the knees and you lean forward with the chest. You kind of open the chest forwards, and then on the exhale, rounding backward, curving the spine. Inhale, open up, and then exhale, curve. So feel that you're really moving with the breath, inhaling as you come forwards. Gently exhale as you round back. And keep the attention on the womb, feeling how it is moving along with the movements of the spine. So these are quite subtle and soft movements, but gradually doing it on a daily basis, you can really feel how it is releasing tension, how it's helping you to release tension in the womb, helping you to connect. One more time, inhale to open. Just stay for a moment. Feel how you are quite deeply curving your spine. Feeling how the pelvis, the womb is tilting forwards. And then gradually exhale, round the spine, lean back. And inhale, come to neutral. Interlock your fingers. Take a moment to turn inwards. Noticing how your body is responding to the movement. Just staying with the breath. And then releasing the fingers. We will gradually move up now into standing. So just find a comfortable distance between your feet and see that your feet is really rounding into the floor, into the ground. So you really have that connection to the ground. And I find it's really so beautiful to do this practice outside on the grass with bare feet. I know my teacher, she would even do it when it's winter time to really just draw the energy from the ground. So feeling that you're connecting the feet to the ground. You can even lift the toes off the mat for a moment and feel the soles of your feet and just kind of playing a little bit around with the balance. So in Ayurveda, they say that the feet are the wings of the pelvis. So to connect to the feet and to let the energy flow freely from the feet, from the legs up to the pelvis. And then placing the toes down. And I also like to have just a mini bend in the knees. So instead of like locking the knees, you just have a micro bend so that there's a connection from the lower legs up to the thighs. And also with the pelvis, to like we often hear that we are supposed to tilt the pelvis down to the heels. I did that for many years because I've heard it from my Iyengar teacher. But then I learned that it's actually not good for the pelvic organs to do that. So we want to have more of a natural curve in the lower spine, and to not that we're shooting the tailbone out, but to just let it be like quite natural to you. So coming in this basic posture, standing straight, and then letting your arms float up, inhale, taking the shape of the lotus, exhaling, leading it down to your heart, turning the hands into yoni mudra, down to the womb. One more time, inhale. Coming into the lotus shape with your hands, lowering it down. Hridaya, heart, and the connection between heart and womb. And then we can keep on moving the arms all the way down to the floor, exhaling, giving your energies to Mother Earth. And then inhale, reach up. Exhaling down to the heart. So this is not only a honoring to our sacred feminine, it's also the honoring of Mother Earth. So we are receiving prana from the sky, and then we give it back. Stay with your hands by the womb for a moment. Giving and receiving at the same time. exhale, bend your knees, giving it back. Gently moving up. You can keep your arms by your body and taking a little bit more distance, about hip width distance or whatever feels comfortable for you. Keeping the gentle bend in your knees, and if you feel like keeping the hands on the waist or even by the womb, it's quite nourishing. And just moving in circles with your hips. You can close your eyes if you feel like. So like I mentioned, these movements they are so subtle, so soft. And in the beginning, you might not feel so much happening. But as you keep on doing this kind of practice, and especially with the intention to nourish, to heal, to connect to your sacred feminine, you will start feeling things happening in your womb. Maybe changing the direction. And just see, for some of you, you might want to do quite big movements, big circling. For others, you might want to keep it very gentle. The intention is to connect to the womb, to let her talk to you. Then we can make the circles the opposite direction. So rather from side to side, it can be up and down. And feeling that you are breathing through the movement. So with our mind and the intention that we are holding, we can guide the breath down into our wombs and invite more life. Invite release through the breath. Changing the direction of the circle. Maybe you even want to gently exhale through your lips. Coming to the center. And then we move into making the figure 8 with our hips. So we're inviting in the Prana Shakti, the feminine healing energy, to take a seat in our womb. We're asking Prana Shakti to come home to herself. To take a seat in our womb. Changing the direction if you haven't. And as you move, see if you can visualize that you are lovingly touching every part of your womb, every part of your yoni. Also to invite to awaken our sexual energy, our creative energy. Gradually coming to the middle. Take a deep inhale, releasing through the mouth. Seeing if you feel any sensations in your womb. Maybe there are some emotions coming up. Letting your breath and heart hold your womb. Staying present. Gently opening your eyes. We're going to lie down on the floor. Does anyone have any mosquito repellent? We're going to lie down on the floor, so find your way down lying on the back. And keep your knees bent. You can place your hands, if it feels comfortable for you, you can rest the hands in Yoni Mudra by the womb. And then on the inhale, as you inhale, feel that you're just very gently curving the lower back. And then on the exhale, you round the lower back down towards the floor. And inhaling, feeling that you take that natural curve of the spine. And then exhale, rounding the lower back and sacrum into the ground. Staying present in the movements of the womb. Coming to neutral. And as you inhale, you can gradually lift the hips off the ground. And then exhale, lower down. It might be more comfortable to keep your hands by the floor. Inhaling to lift up. Exhale, lower down. Let this movement be slow and letting the breath lead you through the movement. So again, you are combining the breath with the movement. And gradually come down. Stretch your feet and relax. For our last movement, we will bend the knees. Place the feet facing each other, so pressing the foot soles together. And then on the exhale, lift the knees together, keeping the hands by the womb. And on the inhale, open the knees and raise the arms up above your head. Exhale. Knees are coming together, arms down towards the womb. And inhale, open. Moving with your breath. And on your last exhale, open the thighs. Place the hands into Yoni Mudra. And stay here. Just taking a moment. And gradually, we are going to move into rest. So as you are ready, you can find your way into Shavasana pose. I'm just going to give the Devis here, the women here, some time because we're having a little mosquito attack. So we just need to try to solve that. Just give us a little moment. Take your time to come into Shavasana. So keeping the legs straight, lying flat on the floor. Keep your arms out away from your body. And you might want to just lift your hips off the ground and kind of round the tailbone, round the lower back into the ground. And then stretching your chin towards your chest to lengthen the back of your neck. And gradually to close the eyes. Coming to your breath. And it can be nice to take a few deep breaths, deep inhale and release through the mouth. Taking one more deep inhale, releasing through the mouth. And just letting your body gradually come into rest. And feeling the parts of your body that are touching the ground. The back side of your body touching the ground. And feeling that the big muscle groups of your body is gradually releasing. The buttocks and your thighs. Your back. Feeling the smaller muscle groups releasing. In your feet. Your lower legs. Feeling your thighs. Your buttocks. Feeling your lower belly. Feeling your upper belly. Feeling your chest. Feeling your shoulders. Coming down to your lower back. Feeling the middle back. Feeling the upper back. Up to the shoulders. And down through your arms. Upper arms. Elbows. Lower arms. And fingers. Releasing each finger. Moving up to your head. Feeling how the back of your head is resting on the floor. Feeling the skin around your head release. Feeling your temples soften. Feeling the skin around your face, the forehead, between your eyebrows, all the muscles around your eyes softens. Noticing your jaw is released. Your tongue resting in the middle of your mouth. All the facial muscles are relaxed. Notice your breath. Softly moving in and out. You may notice that as your body is coming deeper into relaxation, you don't need so much oxygen. And the breath slows down. Moving your attention down to your womb. Feeling your uterus. The inside of your womb. Moving down to your vagina. Feeling the outer parts, the lips, the clitoris, moving inside, inside your vagina, up to the cervix, into your womb. Into the essence of your feminine being. Welcome home to yourself. home to your sacred feminine. Moving your presence up to the heart. And see if you can visualize the river of energy between the heart and the womb. Inhaling down to the heart. Inhaling down to the womb. Exhaling up to the heart. Letting these two rivers, these 2 points of energy meet. The energy of the heart that gives you love and nourishment. Breathing it down into your womb. Into your sexual organs. The energy of creation. The seat of the sacred feminine. Just being with yourself. No woman. Be woman. All women. Nature. Nurture me. No woman. Be woman. All women. Nature. Nurture me. Start to come back to your body, back to your breath. Taking a deep inhale. And softly move your fingers and toes. Maybe stretching your arms above the head. Bend your knees to turn over to the right side. If you feel ready, you may sit up into a seated posture. We will close our practice chanting Om Shanti together one time. Inhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been so nice to share, and I'm grateful for all your interest. If you have any questions, I can reply them now. And Sharada and I are holding a Bee Woman retreat this summer at Shambhala Gatherings in Sweden. I can't remember the exact dates, but it's in the beginning of July. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I would love for you to come. You can read more about it on Shambhala Gatherings. Thank you.